I can overcome this. Something's happened.
This is a trial of strength, so please use it with care.
Time to shine.
Rack me brain about those fancy silver weapons of yours. Trying to sort out who exactly could have made such things. Or when. They're nocturnal arms, ain't they? Meant only as a last resort, but here we are, I reckon.
Silence.
Got yourself some cinder there, don't you? Not a flashy substance, but it's strong, good source of flame. Most gods and mortals only care for shiny baubles and the like, but some of you witches rather know your stuff.
I wonder, does this bottle's brilliant sheen come from the god of light himself? Perhaps to him it should return, right now.
Such a thoughtful gift. It's gracious of you to think of me like this, and during such a time. Though there's no need to go out of your way. I hope you don't mind I call you Sunshine, by the way. I mean it when I say it. I know you come from underneath the earth, but there's this brilliance about you. Your mother's side, I guess.
Can't they form an orderly queue?
Into the fire.
Getting warmer.
A few weak points, but my pride is won. You got me where it hurts, so now I've got to get you back.
Nothing personal, cousin. Now he's upset. Smite them. Let's all just take a breath.
I let frustrations get the best of me, but that entertaining spectacle shook me out of it.
I anticipated speaking to you thus as you explore the possibilities within the Standing Stone. Perhaps you see them as a series of important missions to complete, or they are merely part of our experiment.
Get in line. I was here first.
Great Hestia has joined us here, cousin. Returned from all her journeys across the world to lend her wisdom in our time of need. Where glows her heart flame, you shall also find my light. And together we can... Oh!
Oh, shut it, golden boy. We don't have time for pageantry. Instead, how about we show your wee cousin there how we can light up the night? Won't do for her to wander in the dark.
It must be so frustrating, Lord Charon. Watching the dead of Erebus swallow here with no place to go. He'll send them on their way yet. Until then. She waits.
Well, well. I was beginning to think you had grown so fond of the surface that you would not be coming back here anytime soon.
Our task takes me to the very ends of the earth. I have unfinished business there as well as here. I'm much more comfortable in these environs, though.
Comfortable? You should be fully on your guard and braced for battle. Let's see how comfortable this is for both of us. Hold! I yield. We shall have to do this again some other eve.
I passed the test. For the will of night. No! shadow now.
I rise again.
You know, Mel, you can be a bit uptight sometimes. Where'd you even get that from? Even that witch is more relaxed than you.
Look, I'm under a lot of pressure right now, all right? Everybody's counting on me to literally kill time. So I would like this tent to be an orderly place, seeing as I'm having to return so often.
So what? Killing time's my specialty. Don't see me getting all worked up.
Ready for more?
How can you be so certain that there are no more weavings taking place? That rather than the fates setting the course of our lives, there's no pattern anymore. Only sheer mindless chance.
I never said I was certain. Only that I no longer sensed my sister's work. And it's a relatively well-honed sense. But I've also never been apart from my sisters like this. I feel unmoored.
As though you don't know where you're going. To me, everything feels the same as ever. Present circumstances notwithstanding. How much control do the fates truly have?
They are highly influential, I can tell you that. But can they force your every action, every thought? Of course not. You are conscious. It was your choice to speak with me just now.
But the fates knew we'd meet.
Precisely.
You were close. With all your incanting as of late, I must needs caution you to not overextend. I know you want for every chant and glamour on the tip of your tongue, but they require space and time.
Using the cauldron doesn't drain me as once it did. Though I know I mustn't be reckless.
Indeed, lest your fair right hand come to match your left. Although perhaps that boy-shade Icarus would fancy you more if that were so. Been gone a while, hasn't he?
He has. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with the nectar from before. It's just, I've always looked up to you, and I'm doing the best I can.
Don't sweat it. Had myself a little drink the other day, and it didn't poison me as far as I know, so we're clear.
Want any more? Moonlight guide us and all.
Come on. Why do you keep doing this? You won, okay? You beat me. Before you even started. Last thing I need now is your sympathy.
Nemesis, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We're surrounded by enemies out there. Do we really need more?
You're not my enemy, Malinois. Just go.
Bye, Nem. Go!
Ah, it burns. And that, my disciples, is the true meaning of life. Remember it well. Choose wisely, young one, ere you set forth each night. There's your arcana at the altar, your choice of nocturnal arms, your keepsake, your gathering tool. I mean, dang.
It's a lot to consider when you put it that way, Commander. But my objective is always clear. Find the Titan, slay the Titan. Free my family. Free Olympus.
Well, that was like 4 different things right there.
There's more to this aspect. Revol. I was born for this. Death to Kronos.
Is there anybody special in your life? A princess like yourself must have suitors of all sorts. I've had my share, though I'm not the marrying type. And besides, I don't think Hera would oblige.
Apollo said you met your flighty cousin Artemis. Now that's some tracking skill, I must admit. She's gone so often, figured she was merely lollygagging with her woodland friends again.
A small gift. A small flame forever burning in the underworld. Its light reveals gateways into my abyss and relieves the common side effects of entering. I recommend continued use of it.
May moonlight guide you.
Oh, you. Another evening where you're forced to do the bidding of the gods. It's not a partnership you've got with them, you know. They'll tolerate you just as long as they think you're inferior to them. Now here, take this and go.
The hall's empty. Detest that thing. Out with you.
The hearth is at the centre of the mortal household, dearie, keeping my flames comfortably in place. But I can make a wildfire in a snap. And when I get angry, that's exactly what I do.
Got something for you. They're slowing down.
Nice shot.
I can use this.
You all right?
Good work.
I can't exactly drink this on the hunt, you know. But I can squirrel it away for safekeeping. Maybe once all this is settled, we can share a bottle and get properly caught up.
Or, failing that, we could always keep on teaming against vengeful spirits and the like. Although it's nice to keep the possibility in mind.
I can often depend on Sister Seleni's light to guide me on my hunts. But where you're going, she can't follow easily, can she? Nor can I.
Sister Selene has her ways, though I know it's difficult for her, and Headmistress is needed at the crossroads. I alone have the authority to enter the House of Hades, but I'd have never gotten there without you all.
Could really use a proper hunting party for this one. Fortunately, it's kind of our thing as Silver Sisters to not have to be in the same place at the same time.
Adequate.
Farewell for now.
Go unseen. Got you. That's a figment. Moonlight got... sorry. Habit. I call upon the moon and draw you down.
At last you looked upon the oath of the unseen. For this night is beyond compare with any I experienced in an age. It is as though darkness suffuses everything. Look forth. Moonwater. So mote it be.
Here goes.
Come forward.
I vanquished Kronos. Everything you've trained me to do. Yet still you stand in my way. Still more to learn even now.
Now and always. That tinge of frustration you expressed. I would see you rid yourself of it in your attempts to rid yourself of me. Well done. You've earned these spoils. May they strengthen your craft.
I prevailed.
Far below, down in the deepest reaches of the underworld, awaits the ancient foe of saffron-veiled goddess Melenoi.
You'll help me find him. Heading in. A lotus flower.
You're taking something of a scenic route down to your father's house. Gramps has the major regions of the underworld locked down, so come to think, that makes a lot of sense.
So muddy. Oh, can't quite make out. An eye, a nose. Oh. Oh, too again. Look, I want you to leave me alone, okay? Because I'm in a state of grief, and the only one I want to see me that way is me.
State of grief? Wait. What's with the water here? It's gone all murky or something. Oh no, you can't see a reflection anymore.
Don't need to rub it in, dummy. Not like you can do something about it anyway. A lot of things turn ugly after a while, so please excuse me while I mourn for what I've lost.
Some seeds.
It is I! Already word is I again, good niece. Although presumably you must have known, as likely all the unmarked packaging concealing this boon was soaked all the way through.
A brilliant choice.
There you go again, brushing me aside like a bit of seaweed clinging to your leg. Is that what you take me for, niece?
I'm sorry, Uncle Poseidon. The room's empty. He's angry with me now. Need shells.
Alright, that's enough splashing around, I think. My wrath has ebbed back into the sea, that is, wherever my wrath has soared.
She came. Come make sweet music with us, lady. Sure beats whatever it is you do.
Greetings, Father. Death to Kronos.
We tried that once. The darkness stirs in such a way as I've not felt since very long ago. This cannot be the Titan's work. It must be that of the Witch of the Crossroads, if not you.
Father, in shadow I serve, to shadow I return. Thus have I sworn the oath of the unseen who serve this realm and execute the will of night.
I know less of the unseen than you suppose. As it should be, lest the Titan could have learned much more. Then may you serve the will of night judiciously. Go. I've no more strength for now.
At last. You are quite dangerous, I must admit. You have repeatedly breached into Tartarus and this house. Impossibilities, if not for your tainted bloodline. And you are able to withstand my conjuring. Might I again politely ask you how?
You call that politely? You didn't even say the magic word. But since you really want to know, I'm from the future. You'll later come to realize the error of your ways and teach me to stop you before you can cause more harm.
Oh, quite an imaginative tale. A comedy for the utterly outrageous premise beggars belief. My girl, one cannot travel back in time. Time marches ever forward, and I alone determine at which rate. You brat. Goodbye again. Only for now, my girl. Curse you. And all the gods.
What did I tell you? I have what I need for now.
So numerous are the travails of dread Millennium that one can scarce begin to fathom them. But on some evening, fathom them we shall.
Return to Shadow now.
You know how late it is?
Dora, I was thinking, if I promise not to be so uptight, as you call it, would you promise not to move my belongings about when I'm away?
How dare you make demands of me, you insignificant fleck!
Nope, no deal. Wanna be uptight? Go ahead. Don't stop on my account.
You just want to keep messing with my stuff.
That's right.
Begging your pardon, Shades. When you and I first met, you were searching for the Fates, but you discovered me among the shadows. I can navigate back to the crossroads that way, but you can go farther?
I can, yes. I'm from the deepest reaches of the underworld, where there exists no light at all. The chasm from which all creation sprang a while back.
I suppose even if one knew the Fates resided in such a place, they might still prove difficult to find.
Difficult, though not impossible as we now know.
Ugh. You've seen firsthand the suffering out there, from all the endless warring between Kronos and the gods, but you're entirely unmoved.
Who says I'm unmoved? On the contrary, it makes me all emotional. I'm trying to live in the moment and everything, but I just know I'm going to look back on this and think, these were the best of times.
For you, not for anybody else.
Yes, and?
Hail, Strife.
What's up, babe?
We welcome you.
I wanted to ask you something, Headmistress. All these reagents I've been gathering, taking from the Earth, from Mother Gaia, how can I make it up to her?
Well, you can start by not wallowing in senseless guilt. Think you that Gaia would reveal her abundances to you if she believed you would not put them to good use?
But you taught me never to take more than I need. Now I'm taking everything in sight.
And Gaia knows you'll need all that and more. Fear not, your plunder returns whence it came through your craft, if not your garden there.
Much is to be learned from history, if one but studies the lessons hidden in any purported accounts. A lifelong pursuit, in and of itself.
Still no telling what the future holds.
Did it again. Ought to admit it when I'm wrong. Never thought you'd get to Kronos in the first place. Before I did, anyway. Much less beat him down, repeatedly. So, I was wrong.
Nemesis, I want you to know it was astonishing to hear those words coming from you just now. It seems we're each more than capable of surprising the other. But mainly, thank you.
No need. Fair is fair. Had my chances to catch up with you, but couldn't get through all the pitfalls in the way. Might be I could have taken Kronos too, but now I'm not so sure.
Now don't lose heart. There's much left to be done, and we need all your strength and vigilance. We're the unseen. Together we prevail, or we fail.
Couldn't resist giving one of your pep talks, huh?
No.
Good show that time. Your little garden there has cheered this old place up a bit, Goddess. In trying times, such simple pleasures often first to fade. Precisely when they're needed most.
Thank you, and pleased to hear it, great tactician. Though I'd not expected a mere flower patch to leave such an impression on someone like you.
Come now, all I do is pay attention to details. Victory comes to those whose hearts are predisposed. I mean, look at us. Our spirits are quite literally all we have. And now flowers.
Help keep an eye on them for me, would you?
Of course.
Babe, no one ever gets me anything like this. Except the last couple of times you got me the exact same thing. But oh, I feel so bad I don't have anything for you.
It's only a gift, to make you feel a little better, not worse. Don't mention it, just you enjoy. But please don't leave the empty bottle on the ground. Descura.
The things that I have seen. Halfway to victory, young one. But to earn the gifts of the Veil, one must conquer the underworld and the surface realms upon a fearful night each in turn. You up for it?
For the glory of the underworld and the everlasting rule of night, I would do everything in my ability. Whether that makes me worthy of the gifts of the Veil, I know not.
Come on, what kind of attitude is that? You did the underworld already, now you just gotta do the surface, and the gifts are yours. First one of them, at least. Come on, do it.
Okay. Commander, would you be willing to accompany me to the springs sometime? We could rest our weary bones a bit.
What are you gonna do, carry me? I am required here, young one, for these shades still require discipline. Mayhaps some other age, when all we hold dear isn't at stake.